Hey guys, Kyle here with New Norm Farm. Time for another bearded rambling. Just some updates for this week. We've been trying to work on some of the trenches and things. I got culvert put in for our gravel tent sites to be able to get access, and now I'm putting trenches in for water and electric. Hopefully want to get that finished up this week, maybe even next week. And then we just got to kind of put in actual gravel spots, be able to people pull in, and then we'll be able to, invite you out and come camp on the farm and see that we've got everything torn apart right now, since we're trying to still get everything cleaned up. We've had a lot of good things. We've had piglets born. We've had baby kittens born. We've got chicks in the brooder. We did a short on the little brooder we're using in there. We also got some chicks that are good friends. The Woolies helped us hatch out because we lost our eggs in the house fire that we were hatching out. So they hatched out and got quite an influx of chicks there that'll help with our layers. I've actually brought those to the farm this week. Have kind of started working on splitting the garden flock. We have a garden run that we had all the chickens in, but we also are going to do a flock that'll follow the cattle around. And so we kind of are working on splitting that up this week. And we've got some of those actually moved into their shelter out in the out into the field. About 21 or so that are out in the field now that'll be able to scratch through the cow pies and help with the fly control, things of that nature. So looking excited that that's going on. Adds another task, which is not bad. It's for the health of the field, the farm, and just in general everybody. So all that going on is exciting. It's also overwhelming, and with all the stress and things, I think it's had kind of a toll. So I've caught this little congestion cough thing that our little kid's kind of had for a while, and now I've got it. But it's I think it's mostly allergies. I'm not running a fever, anything of that nature, just congestion. But we try not to do mainstream medicine if we can try not to, much rather the natural side. So most of our natural remedy supplies got knocked out in the house fire. But fortunately, we have an amazing friend and neighbor who has good knowledge on that and had some has a good pantry of tinctures and mixes that found out I wasn't feeling good, so sent over a care package. So I'm starting that, trying to get this congestion stuff knocked out. Got it set up behind me, see on the shelf. But as you can see, it's quite a bit of good stuff. Colloidal silver, just good in general for health. Cleaver, not sure on that, but it says congestion. Onion for tincture. Bone set, mullein leaf, mullein root, peppermint, and also these little tablets, last one, and take on the empty stomach. So that's my care package to get this knocked out quick so I can be back up to par. So I'm starting that today. Got it right here, just a few drops in my water. I'm gonna do that twice a day, hopefully get that knocked out. And so I praise the Lord for that, for good friends, and for the remedies God's provided. And so I'm looking forward to try getting that knocked out, be back up to 100% so I can push forward and get things completed. It's made it a bit challenging because I'm just zapped with energy and just want to go lay down and sleep. But unfortunately, with everything going on, it's really not an option. And then with the piglets we had, of course there was a runt, and we had a couple that unfortunately got laid on and weren't doing well. So my wife and kids pulled the runt home just to try to save it. So we've got a little piglet we're giving a bottle and nursing, and the kids have named it Twitch because when it sleeps it kind of twitches a little bit. And so he's in the house here at the parsonage, and we're taking care of him. He's actually right here behind me. Got him a little heat lamp, as you can see, a little area. Hey, buddy. Giving him his bottle. He's getting so much more active. When we first got there, he was cold and didn't want to do much, but now he's wanting to play. And so we're hoping to get him over the bottle. He just drinks a little bit at a time. Then he wants to play. But we're hoping to train him to drink milk out of a bowl, so that way we can put it in a bowl and make it a little bit easier, and work on that. So I might do some shorts or some videos of that. Of course, the kids are having a ball. Wish they take him on field trips out in the yard or and play with him. He's becoming more of a pet than livestock, but they do know that all livestock on the farm does have the potential to go to the plate. That's why we raise food. So we've got that going on, which is just another thing add on, but it's also a good thing for the kids to be able to take care of something inside the house, since that's partially we're quite a ways away from the farm. Not horrible, but we're not there with our animals. We're not be able to be on hands-on all the time like we normally are. They can't take a break from chores or anything and go out and be with the animals. So it's nice to have at least one animal here on the parsonage that they can care for all the time. So it's as challenging as it is, it's also a good thing. But with that, it's like having a baby. Every 2 hours, he wants his milk, his wild, then he eats a little bit and goes back to sleep. But as you can tell,
it loves sleeping.
He loves running around the farm. We mostly keep him in the box, but we do let him out, and they usually take him outside in the grass, so he's getting some exposure. And then another development is, since we've not been there with our dogs to fully train them, my pup, Scout, I worked with him when we first got him, being used to the chickens, being around the chickens, not chasing chickens. And here all of a sudden, lately, he's now started chasing the chickens, and he actually did kill a chicken, and so now we're having to deal with that, and trying to have to watch him, keep him put up, and we'll have to retrain him, so gonna have to keep you update on how that's going. But it's all those challenges of not actually being on farm all the time, coming out, and but it's gonna get better. We're gonna go through, and man, it's challenging and overwhelming, but we'll get through it. I think that's kind of it for my updates this week. I know I'm forgetting a lot. And he's decided to use the bathroom in the floor. So I will have the kids clean that up. So if y'all can get some spray and some paper towels there and get that cleaned up, guys. Like I said, with his bearded ramblings, we'll try to keep them unedited as much as possible. And this is life. Got the kids in the background. Since I've been down sick, unfortunately, I had to call into work today. I took Abigail, our oldest daughter, to the doctor to get her established a pediatrician, because we figured it's time to have at least establish our kids at a doctor's office in case the need arises. We need to use that part of the system in there. So we're trying to work on that as well. And so we've been working on that, which, of course, we're a large family. We did find a practice that'll take us all to go to the same place, but they don't have enough appointments where we can all go on the same day. So we're having to, over multiple days, get us all established. And, you have to do the get to know you appointment, hey, yada, yada, yada. Here you are. You're now in our system. The good thing is our doctor, we know from the Boy Scouting group, Dr. Bates, great guy, and he's definitely willing to work with us, so we look forward to that. All in general, things are moving forward. It's sometimes very hard to see. We're trying to finish up with insurance. We got to create this list of everything we lost in the house to make sure that we get it all compensated for it. That's being a big challenge, overwhelming, but we really have to get that finished 2 weeks ago, but really we're trying to get that turned in this week, hopefully, is our goal. And so hopefully we'll do that, get that in, get that taken care of. That will help out a lot. In the meanwhile, we're going to try to finish up the farm stand, have it ready to go so we can start selling. Cassie's got soaps. She's got other stuff ready to go. We're starting to get plenty of eggs in. We can start selling eggs, so we're going to try to get that set up so we can get it going, get that, generate some money. I'm going to get those gravel campsites ready so that way we can get money coming in there. If you are in the area, you want to stay with us, we do have 2 primitive campsites by a pond. They're tent sites. You can pull into Peaceful Pines and car tent. We've had some people pull in their campers and stuff there, but it's pretty tight getting in, and it's grass, it's not graveled, so use your own caution. We've only had one person get stuck before, and that was because they went on our Majestic Maple. There's a little drive-through of a wet spot, and they were pulling a trailer and went into the wet spot, kind of where it shouldn't have gone, but had a tractor pulled them out, no problem. But other than that, I've never had anybody get stuck down there. So you can always check us out on Hip Camp, New Norm Farm Campgrounds, and come check us out. Love to see you. If we're available, we'd love to show you around the farm, but you can always go around our farm. If you stay, we don't hide anything. You can come see everything, see our craziness, our mess. We're trying our best to do the best we can and to do a good farm and keep up the animals, but just life, things happen, things don't always go, we don't always move. We are rotating the cattle, but with starting back work and stuff, I'm doing right now, moving them into a week-long place. Then I'm going to switch them over to another week-long, and then try to get the whole farm grazed, and then try to get into a daily rotation once we kind of get things settled down a little bit. But it's all those things you have to kind of temporarily do. And then also, another update, where we put the road in going across our creek to access our house, I put in 2 culverts, but they're plastic and too small for the amount of dirt we had to put there. So we're going to have to dig those back out, and I bought some concrete culverts, which are 3 inches wide, 8 foot long sections, and we're going to put those in, and then we shouldn't have to ever replace them and be good to go. So we're going to have to get that installed. I may end up having to try to hire somebody to install it, because the backhoe that we've been lent, unfortunately, guys need it back, which, hey, praise the Lord, for as long as we've had it. I should have used it more adequately when we had it, but life happens and you don't always get to use it. So, but it goes back next week, so I'm really trying to finish up the key things, get those done, and then so we can move on. And so, but those are kind of some of the hold-up projects. Once we get the culvert in, then we got to ground prep the barn area, and then get the barn thrown up, and then we can kind of start working on the inside of that. And I look forward to be able to, show you all that, which, like I said, I've got a lot of footage of the house fire, the demolition, some people coming out and helping. I'm going to really try to get it all put together. Right now, I just don't have a computer that I can edit on. We do have an old iMac, but it's just extremely slow and can't really load the footage. But I'm working on getting a computer that we can edit on, and once I do get that, I want to put that footage out for y'all guys, and get that rolling so you can kind of see the progress of what we had. We've had a lot of people, donate some funds to us, and it's really helped us put the road in. It's helped us get the house torn down and different stuff. And so I'd really like to share that footage with you guys, just so you can kind of see the progress going on. I think that's it for this bearded rambling. Let's see, I'm trying to think of anything else. I think that's in general it. The plants you see behind us are flowers being germinated, because we are planning on doing a U-cut flower field by our farm stand. And so Cassie's getting flowers and things prepped for that. We've got the area tilled up. We're gonna cover it with plastic as a weed barrier, and then we're gonna go back in after it's covered. We're building raised beds to actually plant them in, so you can walk through nice beds and be able to, keep that all under control, and pick your wife a bouquet, or if come out and get your own flowers for your table or for presents, and that way you come out and have that enjoy table. We're planning also build some picnic tables and stuff to make a nice little area you can come sit and enjoy, and visit with us on the farm. Also hope to do some farm tours. I'm looking at maybe doing some farm classes or farm tours coming up in the fall is my hope and goal. I can get those in. So maybe if you come in and camp with us, maybe you'll see that we have that added to the list of being able to schedule an actual farm tour. Again, those are plans. I don't have it exactly set up, but do want to add those things on. Again, we're going to really look to any way we can start generating some income to move into that. So stay tuned as we go. Until next time, get in the dirt, get growing. It's been Kyle with New Norm Farm. See you later.